Then Jesus went with them to a place called Gethsemane, and he said to his disciples, "Sit here, while I go over there and pray." He took with him Peter and the two sons of Zebedee, and he began to be grieved and agitated. Then he said to them, "I am deeply grieved, even to death. Remain here and stay awake with me." And going a little farther, he threw himself on the ground and prayed, "Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me. Yet not what I want, but what you want." Then he came to the disciples and found them sleeping. And he said to Peter, "So could you not stay awake with me 1 hour? Stay awake and pray, that you may not come into the time of trial. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak." Again, he went away for the second time and prayed, "My Father, if this cannot pass unless I drink it, your will be done." Again, he came and found them sleeping, for their eyes were heavy. But leaving them again, he went away and prayed for the third time, saying the same words. Then he came to the disciples and said to them, "Are you still sleeping and taking your rest? See, the hour is at hand, and the Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. Get up, let us be going. See, my betrayer is at hand." While he was still speaking, Judas, one of the 12, arrived. With him was a large crowd with swords and clubs from the chief priests and the elders of the people. Now the betrayer had given them a sign, saying, "The one I will kiss is the man. Arrest him." At once he came up to Jesus and said, "Greetings, Rabbi," and kissed him. Jesus said to him, "Friend, do what you are here to do." Then they came and laid hands on Jesus and arrested him. Suddenly, one of those with Jesus put his hand on his sword, drew it, and struck the slave of the high priest, cutting off his ear. Then Jesus said to him, "Put your sword back into its place, for all who take the sword will perish by the sword. Do you think that I cannot appeal to my Father, and he will at once send me more than 12 legions of angels? But how then would the scriptures be fulfilled, which say that it must happen in this way?" At that hour, Jesus said to the crowds, "Have you come out with swords and clubs to arrest me, as though I were a bandit? Day after day, I sat in the temple teaching, and you did not arrest me. But all this has taken place, so that the scriptures of the prophets may be fulfilled." Then all the disciples deserted him and fled.
Stay with me and pray with me. Stay with me and pray with me. Have you ever been in the garden? Have you ever been invited by a friend? Or have you ever asked others to stay and pray with you? What are you asking of them? You're not asking them to change reality or to undo the past. You don't want them to tell you that you shouldn't feel what you feel, or that tomorrow you'll feel nothing at all. Stay with me and pray with me. You are asking, just stay with me. Don't make me suffer alone. Let me know that no matter what I face, I will not face it by myself. I may feel abandoned by God, but if you are with me, maybe God is present through you. If you can forgive me, maybe God can forgive me. If you can love me, maybe God can love me. If you have faith in me, maybe God will have faith in me. If you are patient with me, maybe God will be patient with me. If you have hope that it won't always feel like this, then maybe God knows it too. Stay with me and pray with me. So when the legions appear, when the tests come back positive, when the sentence is read, when the criticism comes in an onslaught, Please don't let your uncomfortableness and awkwardness determine your response. Stand the ground with me. Seek God's presence with me. Stay with me and pray with me. Life has brought us to a painful moment. To pretend it is anything different is like a kiss that betrays what is real between us. If you are the friend, put your sword away. It might make you feel good for a moment to make the angry or the powerful gesture, but soon you will realize how powerless you really are. Stay with me and pray with me. But the disciples changed, didn't they? And we have learned to. We aren't God. We can't cure the disease or bring the loved one back. But there are things that we can do. We can love. We can forgive. We can write the special note. We can listen when it is so very difficult. Stay with me and pray with me. Sometimes faith is renewal and joy. And sometimes it is a dark garden in the middle of the night with a friend. Be that friend. Stay with me. Pray with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. And pray, 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 pray. Won't you stay with me in the garden? Won't you pray with me till the dawn? Will you stay with me while the night closes in, till fear and heartache are gone? Father, let this cup pass before me. Can there be another way? I can face all fears and tragedy if you promise to stay. When the voices approach in the darkness, when the torches arrive at the gate, when the kisses betray what is faithful and true, I just need my companions to wait. Father, please forgive your disciples, for they don't know the harm they've done. I just needed them dearly to stand and be strong. Instead, you decided to run. But they'll have to decide in the future, when they gather the courage to stay, when they tell of your presence and give of your love, when they stay awake and they pray. Won't you stay